Hey, this is Reverend Joanna Bartlett, and in this video I'm going to tell you about this book I just finished reading called Where Did You Go? A Life-Changing Journey to Connect with Those We've Lost by Christina Rasmussen. A client actually got me this book. I didn't buy it myself. It arrived in my mailbox one day. It was a lovely gift, and she just thought I would like it. She thought I would enjoy it, and I actually found it to be a very interesting read. It took me a few weeks to get through because there's actually exercises and things you're supposed to do during, as you go through the book, and I dutifully did them all, which is actually kind of, it's not a first for me, but it's unusual for me. I'm getting much better when I read non-fiction books to actually do the journaling or the exercises or the things that they recommend, as opposed to just like stopping and then I don't keep reading the book. So the idea of this book, at least from the title, you'd think the idea is to help you connect with your loved ones who have died, those that you've lost, those that aren't with you anymore in the physical form. And the book does do that, but it also does a whole lot more. It's actually much, much deeper than that. Um, it almost felt a little bit like a bait and switch, almost. Or you could just think of it as like you get this thing and you get all of this extra stuff as well, I suppose, if you want to put the positive spin on it. And I wasn't reading it just to connect with a loved one in spirit. That's what a lot of the clients that I see, they're dealing with the grief of especially a spouse, but other loved ones as well that have died. But I do have plenty of people who are in my family that died over the course of my life. And so it was good to have a place and a way to journey and go visit them and to go be in the reality that they're in and to experience their love. One of the exercises, one of the first journeys that you go on in this book is you'll go and you'll meet with a loved one in a special place. And I saw my mum, and we were in Barbados, by the beach, and not the beach that we used to go to all the time, but the beach on the other side of the island. And she gave me an object, that you get an object to bring back into this reality with you, which will then show up in the reality. And so she gave me it looked like a carved mother of pearl shell. And I said, okay. Oh, my mum loved shells. That kind of makes sense, I suppose. I brought it back with me. And it showed up a few days later. I was with one of my kids in a little store, a weird little store we have in town that has all kinds of different things in it. And my child was looking for some rubber stamps. And there were these two stamps stacked on top of each other. One was that scalloped kind of shell shape, and that right on top of it was another stamp that said Mother of Pearl. So my mother had given me this pearl-shaped scallop-shaped shell to bring back, and it was right there. It was really cool, and that's happened some other times as well with other objects I brought back. So the book as a whole, more than just connecting with your loved ones, it is a way of connecting with the greater reality of our existence and with your soul self, your higher self. The book calls it a super watcher, but you consider it a guide or kind of a higher part of you that is more connected to the nature of reality than we are in our lovely little biodegradable soul sacks worrying about the things that we worry about in our daily lives because we're here having this human experience. And that was really cool. I liked that. It's a very life affirming book and generally enjoyable, very comforting and reassuring that you can do these things and take these steps and take these journeys. And I can certainly see how, if you are somebody who is mourning the loss of a loved one because of death, that you could really enjoy going to meet and connect in with your loved one. And then there's that, and then there's so much more in ways that you can then view yourself differently and view, yeah, just reality differently. So that's my take on this book. It was an interesting, fairly delightful, life affirming journey if you're into that kind of thing. It is very woo woo. I will say that. Nothing wrong with some woo woo, in my opinion. Um, So, I don't know, if you've read it, I'd love to hear what you think about it too. I'll see you in the next video.